mental benchmarks when you're measuring. Now, sometimes you're places and you don't have a ruler or another tool to measure something, but you want to figure out roughly how big something is. Like sometimes Miss Young's at the store and I want to see how tall something might be or wide to fit in a certain place in my house, and I might not have a tool to measure, so I might have to use mental benchmarks. Mental benchmark is something you know that's about a certain distance long that can help you measure. So for example, if I'm trying to measure something in feet and I don't have a ruler, I know that roughly, give or take a couple inches, from my elbow to the end of my wrist is about a foot long. So I could measure using my arm and that would give me a rough estimate. It's not going to be correct like I used an actual measuring tool, but it's a rough idea. It's kind of like an estimate, okay? And then if I'm measuring something smaller, say like a crayon, I know that a paper clip is about 1 inch long. So I could think about how long that is, or if I have them, I could use that to help me measure. So today, when you're doing math, you are going to be looking at these things, and if you don't have one of these things, I'm assuming you're going to have all of them. You might not have a desk. Use a table, and for width of the whiteboard or chalkboard, you can use your TV. Width is left to right, height is up and down. Okay? Length is same thing, the wide way. Length is wide, width is wide, height is up and down. What you're going to do is, you can't fill out this sheet, obviously, but there is this box here you're going to need to be typing. So for the width of the door, first you're going to use a mental benchmark. Maybe you're going to use your arm and see how many arms wide your door is. Then you're going to take an actual guess without measuring. Maybe you want to do that part first. Then you're going to actually measure it. If your guess is in feet, your actual measurement can't be in inches. It needs to be in feet. It needs to be the same. Then down here, see how it says A, B, C, and D? You're going to put A in the box. It won't let me type in my box, but you'd put A equals, and then you'd put, let's just say, 4 feet. Some of you are not filling out the boxes, and I can't tell what you've been doing. So just put A in the box, 4 feet. B, 2 feet. C, 6 feet. Whatever your answers is, you need to put it in the box. That way I can tell. So you can use those mental benchmarks to help you, and then a measuring tool to actually measure to see if you were close or maybe a little off.